Strat.
We're head to head, right? Yeah, we're head to head. I can't see shit. What do we got? Oh, I get a mutant rat ogre right at the start. Yes, yes, yes. Bro, I saw the meme about his sword covering his face, but the memes don't do it justice, dude. This guy's... He's like playing peekaboo with his sword, man.
Really?
Oh, dude, yeah. It's right over his eye. Hey there, Throt.
Master of beasts.
Conrich Scuttle, Packmaster.
All 25 finger claws. Freeze, freeze. It's alive! Cannot eat snow. Bring flesh meat.
Even at these shallow depths, noxious steam accompanies the dreadful cacophony of howls, screams, and shrieks of unspeakable things. Oh, that's so good. Does it do it? Top tier.
Sit.
I have a dilemma on par with the orcs right now. Do I want to be ruthless or devious? I don't know. I don't know.
What?
What are you confused on, Kugel?
I can already confederate one of these wood elves.
Yes, yeah. The more you heal the forest, the more wood elves you can confederate.
See if they'll pay me.
No creatures in Snow. Hate here.
Veiled hair. That's strange. I can build a woodman's hut as a tree. Why would I be cutting down trees?
Dude, you gotta cut down trees to grow more trees. That's how it works.
Wait, what? Okay.
Bifurcate.
What?
Transplant.
Do you know offhand what turn the Chaos Invasion hits? Growth Fat is
No.
where Clan Molder grows abominable creatures to join their unclean ranks. Specimen requires growth juice, which naturally accumulates but is consumed whenever the vat is emptied to claim units. It can also be collected by fighting battles or recycling augmented units afflicted by instability. Mutagen. Mutagen is used in the Flesh Lab. Enables Clan Molder to apply augmentations to units to make them more effective in battle. It's produced mainly in the growth vat, collected as a byproduct whenever the vat is emptied to claim batches of units. Maximum of 100 can be stored at once. Excess mutagen degenerates and is lost over time.
It's fuck.
We have so much money.
If any rat freeze, me will eat.
I feel like we need growth. So I think I go Rattling Warrens in this so we can actually have any kind of front line at all.
Master Mutator!
Clan strongest best with that, master.
Harvest organs! At last, flesh meat. Time to feed feast.
Throt is so unclean that he only flosses once a week.
Well, these dwarves are looking minty fresh, so maybe they'll make his breath.
See my mutant rat ogre? Oh my god. He's got I don't know if cutting his arm off and then also just putting random warp stones in him, I don't know if that's like an improvement. I hesitate to call that
He's gonna
anything great. See how these guys do. Watch me lose that guy in turn 1. Oh no.
It's okay, they have like no hitting power. And does he have, oh, he doesn't have regen. Other monster. He causes fear and terror though. And he has Scurry Away with Frenzy. Oh my god. Giant belly flop.
Dude, he's being an absolute chad right now. Oh! He can throw warp fire from his little rake thing. His little Wolverine claws, I guess. Ah, there we go. Now he's killing more Skaven than dwarves. That's what we like to see. Wow, this was not close. A glorious beginning.
Show them all the strength might! Break will! Take shiny shinies! Big scare for enemy things! Kill body! Keep brain!
The Hell Pit seems like a pretty nice place to live, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The unclean. Fool, think best better than me.
Hey, Goomba! Revolt. New expansion, the Dick Twist and... So, Revolt SC2 says, new expansion, the Dick Twist and the Fleshlight. I'm the Dick Twist and Spoogel is the Fleshlight. .420, think you're gonna start looking out further ahead to see who you're playing. You can figure out who. Yeah, dude. Scout. Scout. Come up with builds. It's Chad. You know there's money in Pro, right, Goomba? Like, if we win, we get a couple $100 that we can distribute amongst you. Or host a tournament with, or whatever. Really good at prepping. So, let's see. This week... going up against Latium. It's gonna be brutal. I would expect eggs to be hitting the field, maybe by Rada.
What is a kindred?
You're not
Something
afraid of
processed.
eggs?
Oh, maybe I have to get. Maybe I have to...
It's alive. Endless hunger.
Oh, there it is. I was looking for this. Wait, no, I wasn't. I'm looking... Where's my lab? Where's the button you click to use the lab?
Whoa.
Yo, where is the flesh lab? Like, I don't... Oh, there it is. You can replace their brains with warpstone.
Me hope it screams.
Let's give him this too.
Me pray it's nauseating. New aberration.
Oh my god. This is so cool! Kugel. This lab is broken. It's so good.
No doubt, yeah. I think that they've completely given up, like, balancing at this point. And it's just like, they're just making things, like, fun to use in the campaign, you know? You know, I'm guessing that was the case when they put, like, a literal nuke in the...
Yeah. Cancerous carapace, bone-hard tumors filling the body make it more likely that enemy attacks are deflected. Their blows tend to glance off, leaving little damage behind.
If not work, me eat thing.
This is legitimately one of the coolest things I've seen in this game.
I must eat feed. Master Lord of pancakes.
Am I gonna play Cyberpunk? Well, there's a donation goal at the top of your screen. I have no hype for Cyberpunk, dude. I will actually here, you know what? Let me change this now. So, if you guys cover half the cost, I'll cover the other half and we'll play Cyberpunk. But honestly, I have zero interest. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll be the best game of all time. I'll be missing out. But, like, the hype just isn't there inside of me. You know what I mean?
Where the-
forgot to change the amount too. Uh-oh. This game is so good.
What experiment?
Most of the time it does DLC done right too. Like, this has been one of the best supported games ever made.
I am Throt, the unclean. Feed Throt.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Feed me.
No. Select the army. Here we go.
Twist, bend, mangle,
You
experiment.
going here.
Scurry scamper.
There's nothing there. These guys are not happy.
Trained good well.
Hunger. Endless hunger.
Biggest, strongest pet beasts.
Yeah, I think that's all okay. I can get more Skaven slaves for free. Recruiting Skaven slaves is actually like getting paid to recruit a unit. Like, they're so cheap.
Yeah.
War beasts crush smash anything.
No, I will not shame my clan. Crossbreed creatures. Take leaves and make paste. Yes, stronger bones.
Me have strong packard.
Garrison here isn't the greatest. These brutish horrors of the rat bird bite, savage, and devour anything within the reach of their razor-sharp teeth. Clan Molder spawns a pack of giant pox rats. There's occasionally one among them who will brutally devour the rest of the brood, growing fat and bloated in both strength and savagery. Twisted forms of its kin are still visible as they writhe and claw at their fleshy prison. So does it just not have a digestive tract? I don't know if I want to fight this. I don't know what else they have. I do take you for a Wazak. You're in march stance. This might be miners. I can always just leave, but I don't want to overextend. I'm so torn. Let me see what I can do with this guy. Conrich Scuttle has been wounded.
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
Kugel, do you think the Ratmen used to be people?
Bifurcate and transplant.
I'm torn on this issue.
No, I think they used to be small rat
So tell where food flesh kept.
until they became.
Do you think they are a type of beastmen?
No.
Or do you think they're different things?
New lab
I think they're different.
Yeah?
I think beastmen might have used to be men. I don't think Skaven. Because beastmen look like men that are like wearing like goats, you know.
They're like furries.
Yeah. Or like I don't know. I don't know.
Remember when this used to take like any amount of time at all to go through these? Those were terrible times. I'm glad we're past that.
I'm so hungry. So hungry. Cannot focus.
Look him go.
I am Throt, the unclean.
What is this skull? Oh, it's a rat. It's a rat crawling out of the skull. Okay. Down here. I'm pretty excited about this campaign. I think I've improved as a gamer since the last one a few months ago. Look at these dudes. Look at these dudes, man. They're fire skulls, but part of the mountains. So my goal is by the time the Chaos Invasion comes, I want to have this region secured and fortified. Like, I want to have it tier 3 or 4, a lot of garrison.
What's your back tail?
Hell yeah. Cash positive. And making money.
So far, how does it feel versus old Wood Elves?
I don't know. Much different. I was just able to confederate the entire. Like, I have 4 settlements, so I was able to confederate all 3 other Wood Elf back right off.
So you have like.
So I have Durthru with half a stack. I have Orion with half a stack.
Okay.
Sent.
Do you have all the like? Did you get Avalorn, or is that different?
Isn't Avalorn a high elf?
Well,
Actually?
don't you have like a tree there that you need to get?
No, this is I mean, I guess so, yeah, but I don't know. I'm not sure how to get over there.
Okay, so there's not elves at all the trees, is what I'm getting at. Like, some of the trees you're gonna have to go and conquer without any help.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to get over there. Oh, every 10 turns, I guess I can traverse the... Like, so I can head over there, I guess, maybe?
Is that per army, or is that global? Like, you can use the world routes?
That's global, so if I use it once, it's on...
Once on one stack. Is that...
No, that would be per army. Is what you're... It's global. It counts for my whole race when I want.
Right, but can you only move one army every time, or can it... Like, when you do your global thing, right? Oh, you can't use it right off the bat. You gotta wait till turn 10? Is that...
Right.
Okay.
Endless hunger.
Holy lore.
Meat specimens. Clan rats are not content.
Well, first off, let's get you the fuck out of March Sands.
Eat.
No, stop. I wanna click my army.
I must eat, feed.
Why is he stuck in March Sands?
Hunt sneaky, yes.
I guess I don't really need to do anything at all.
Master Lord, help it.
I'm waiting for this mechanic to kick off, really. Ooh, one turn, but we need to. Once it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So that's gonna take like 13 turns at the current rate. Okay. Have you gotten like an invasion force yet? Mustering at your borders?
No, nothing. I intercepted it while it was building still.
Okay.
Cat needs new, better rulers.
Twist, bend, mangle, experiment! Starving. Master Mutator!
Could go around like this and take their capital, maybe. But I think it's better to just sit back and fix the public order. Like, just send the public order through the roof. Actually, 22. Well. The corruption's gonna only go up. Yeah, I should sit here. I'm thinking get this to 30. Go back to the hell pit. Pump this up. How good is the garrison?
What experiment?
It's okay. I guess. I could try and build like an actually decent army.
Hunger. Endless hunger.
I don't know.
creatures.
What is TSL? Do you know
Twisted
what TSL is?
flesh.
Shopify. It's the Shopify League, but it's like part of the ESL Pro Tour thing.
Scuttle fast, quick. More walking. One can feed.
Man,
I
what a
must
waste.
feed.
There's nothing to do. I feel weird because, like, unless I declare war on Kislev, I can't really do anything right now. I feel like I should be doing something, but, like, I know deep in my heart, it's like, don't do it. Don't throw the campaign. You need to sit back and chill.
That's all I'm.
Thing will help with experiments, yes. Make many strange, strong things.
PvP is so much better to watch now than it used to be like 6 months ago.
Turn versus Protoss?
No, PvP.
Oh.
Just the PvP mirror matchup is so much better than it used to be.
What makes you feel that way?
Just much more interesting to watch. It used to just be charge a lot Immortal Archon. But ever since the charge nerf, Blink Stalkers have been way better.
I agree,
Especially versus Archons.
but I still dislike the shield battery as a unit. I wish it were, well, I wish it weren't a building. I wish it were a unit. Like, I wish you could move the shield battery around and shit.
Master Lord of Hellpit.
I don't like that it's just something you sit there, then it does its thing. I mean, you can micro it to target buildings.
It's made like it's made some openings viable that I don't really like. Like you can literally go Nexus first in PvP, and if like the other person doesn't respond exactly the right way, you can just like totally get away with it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
Now I've been learning how to beat it myself. But it literally includes me it's just like proxy Stargate, and then I build my own shield batteries at the bottom of their range so that I can retreat down to and heal back up on. So like you need your own shield batteries essentially. So it's like the army numbers don't matter as much as the ability to recharge your shield, especially on Void Rays.
No question.
It encourages people to not play the game too. Like, even pretty late in the game, like 9 to 12 minutes, you'll see a Protoss who's like clearly gotten more harass damage done, clearly has the better army, and can probably like out micro his opponent. But like, he just has to sit there because it's an incorrect decision to attack because his opponent has 3 shield batteries and enough for overcharge. And it's like, okay, well, if he attacks for the next 2 to 3 minutes, he's gonna lose the game. So his only correct decision is to not attack. It's just to sit there and defend his opponent, who doesn't have a chance.
Unless
of
they've already got
against.
like unless they've already been planning like a good multi-prong or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, instead of attacking, you have to decide to do like harass. You know?
Right. Well, yeah.
Because
but
if the other Protoss is putting all of his resources into defending his front, while you're dropping adepts in his mineral line or whatever, like that can still be really good. But yeah, you just can't make the wrong decision as the Protoss.
you can't attack. You have to break his will to fight. You have to be like, okay, we're gonna pick off 4 probes at a time, you know, if they're relatively even, and maybe you'll finish a minute earlier than had you waited to attack.
I've been going back to Phoenix openings too.
Yeah, dude, Phoenix openings are real good right now. Growth fat batch available. Fully grown monster specimens.
I think it's
in the
because of
form
how
from
like
growth fat.
non-meta zealots have become. That like you pretty much know that someone's not going to try to hit like a funky ass charge timing on you. So you can afford to, you know, make a few Phoenix and get them over to the enemy side of the map before they move out really on you these days.
Yeah.
As long as you see that expansion, obviously. But they're still they're good against void rays if people are stupid enough to make, and then they're also good against, you know, against disruptors, like if you can keep them alive. So that's kind of what I do, is like I'm bad against disruptors, so I just try to lift them up, you know.
Yeah.
So then I'll make like 4 Phoenix and just try to keep them alive. I don't really look to get like maximum use out of them on the mineral line or whatever. I just use them to like, you know, I'll fly them in, pick up like 2 or 3 probes off the gas if I can, fly away. But then it's pretty much to be like, hey, don't build disruptors. I'm just gonna fucking pick them up. You know?
I feel like you guys have it figured out to the point where it's not as risky as it was 6 months to a year ago. Like, it used to be like, okay, well, if I don't kill X amount of probes or X amount of units, they're just going to be able to ground attack me.
Right.
But now you can use shield batteries and shit to make it... Like,
Exactly.
you guys
That's
know
why I
where
love
to it.
That consistent form of harass has become so much more valuable in the mashup. And you don't have to, it's not like warping in units to, it's not like warping in adepts either, because the adepts you're going to have to sacrifice if you hit them, you know?
Yeah.
But if you survive long enough to have those like 4 or 5 Phoenix on the enemy side of the map while you're playing catch up on, like literally what I will do is I will wait really long to get my Twilight Council. My Twilight Council will be like the second. Like I'll go, you know, Stargate opening, and then get a I'll get my Robo as soon as I have to, if I feel like maybe he's gonna DT me or something while he's, like, if I don't see a ton of stalkers and like shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll get that. But then, like, the Forge also helps. So it's kind of like you get Forge and Robo at the same time, so that you can, you know, be safe against DTs and start working ground upgrades. And then you just need your Twilight before your +1 is done, you know?
Yeah.
Because at that point I am going to go charge, because I'll be able to play the contain game with my Phoenix, and then, like, you know, just build up a good charge lot immortal Archon ball. And then it's like, oh, well, you have to stay and fight me, or else I'm going to pick up your valuable units and chase you away with my charge lots while killing your valuable units that are picked up.
Yeah.
That's the phase of the game that I try to get to, because it's still familiar to me. It's like, oh, Phoenix, charge lot, immortal Archon. Cool. Like, that feels like the same as it used to. But the whole, like, the whole disruptor blink stalker micro is a little bit too finesse right now.
Endless hunger.
Like some people are really good at it. People are just naturally, yeah, I'm gonna make blink stalkers and run away from your army. Like whenever but they kind of do the same thing that I do with Phoenix. The blink stalkers are always on the other side of the map, and they're always like being dicks, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm doing the same thing with my Phoenix as those people are doing with their blink stalker, whatever.
This game runs really well in windowed mode. I'm surprised. I haven't lost like any frames.
Yeah, they did some a bunch of optimizing. Nice.
Because I tried this like when I first started playing and it was bad. It was not. I went from like 50 some frames to 25.
Purest warpstone.
588. You need 650. So 2 turns it should be, I think. Do you remember Tretch Craventail? Remember when he used to be a Skaven lord that people played? I remember.
I don't.
It's like, why would you ever pick him at this point? He just... He got fucked by time.
I mean, that's what happens when all your siblings are that much greater, right? It's like, well, if he was in another family, he'd be like the star sibling, right? But he's like,
Right.
he's a Kennedy, right? So.
Oh my god. Dude, the Kennedys
that
are...
much more expected of it.
Kennedys are fucked. You know there's a Kennedy girl that got lobotomized because she disagreed with her dad. Like, they legit had her lobotomized. I forget which one it was.
I have to remain skeptical of that, but...
Yeah, here, I'll Google
Go
it
on.
after this turn. I will.
Okay. And you understand why I have to remain skeptical.
No, I understand. Totally understand.
Make big hole, yes.
As a skeptic at things like that.
You're an armored skeptic. We get it, Kugel.
Warp madness.
So
That's
right
how
now,
science was.
I'm growing batches of mutated units. It's so cool. I'm gonna get guaranteed rat
Bro.
ogres next turn.
You're like Rita from
Yeah,
Power Rangers.
you're right. No, I didn't think of that. That's fly, my pretties.
I was a big Power Rangers kid.
Dude,
Not
Power
for
Rangers
very
is...
long. Like I didn't watch any. Like it's not like I was like, oh boy, the new Power Ranger coming. But like the original Power Rangers, I was very into as a kid. That propelled me enough to like get to Green Armor. You know.
I was not technically allowed to watch Power Rangers Because they transformed, because they morphed. So my church was against it.
Even though they were trying to transform
You're
gay
not.
people into straight people.
Well, no. Okay, so actually, Christianity doesn't believe that you can transform gay people into straight people. They believe that if you're gay, it's your cross to bear, and you're supposed to behave as if it wasn't there, even though it is. Like, that's actually the logic behind it. That it is a sin, so you're supposed to lock it away forever.
Okay. So just like bury your true self. It's like, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. But so then gay conversion camp isn't really like that Christian.
They're teaching you it's considered like a type of self-control.
But it's not like because they use the term conversion, so it's not.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but it's not like.
Or it's an inaccurate.
So
explanation.
the way Christians view thing is like. I think it's safe to say that Kugel is a truth teller and not a liar. Would you consider like lying as a defining personality trait? Like, no, I don't think Kugel's a liar.
I stall out. Not truthful.
So the idea is like everyone's tempted to do everything always that's evil. It's all equal. And being gay is just another one of those. But like if you choose to identify as gay, like you're living in sin. Like you've chosen to let that take over your life, as it were. So it needs to be shunted back. So it would just be like someone identifying as a liar or a murderer. It's seen on the same level as that.
Wow. Fuck.
Jesus, your archers are fast. Deepwood scouts, huh?
Yeah,
Good
they're
unit.
high tier.
Oh, they're like one of your starting unit guys.
Yeah, kind of. You have your Deepwood Scouts, and then there's like Way Watchers who are better. That's
Tree man.
he is indeed.
He's a baller.
I would like
He doesn't give a fuck. He's just walking on people, man. He's walking on the other tree people. Took out a couple dryads there. Kugel, unless you really want to kill Kazrak, I'm gonna concede this battle for you.
Alright.
I've taken a look at the situation, and after careful consideration, I think Kazrak fucked up. There we go.
Thanks. That's what the auto result.
Here his name is Dada.
Dude, I'm having so much trouble against Terran as Protoss right now.
Really?
Yeah.
And what stage of the game?
I'm having a really hard time finishing game. Like, having a hard time actually capitalizing on my advantage. It feels like I can't knock down the Sin.
What's your like go-to play style?
Is well, nothing's really working, but I usually just do my regular like 3 base Colossus play.
Okay. Do you usually hold like their push against your third?
Well, sometimes they won't even push against my third. They'll keep building their high value army until it's like max, or they'll just take a third and like kind of force me to go. Like if I don't go fight them, they'll just take a 4th and 5th, you know. So I have to go fight them eventually.
What kind of harass damage do you try?
I usually don't. That's not really part of the build.
Okay.
Because it's a fast expansion, you know, it's like a 4-minute expansion,
right?
So there's not really much. Like it would be a different build if I was harassed.
A lot of what I'm seeing in PvT right now is, as the Terran's building a 4th, you sit out there with all your RoboBay units, and you just try to contain for as long as possible while you take a 5th and a 6th, as they starve out and get like more and more desperate. And on most maps now, like you can have like a West army and an East army, and you're just containing on both sides essentially, to make sure they don't take either 4th location.
What are you using in those? Because I'm finding that my armies don't do well pound per pound against Terran armies. So like I feel like I need my whole army together in order to like fight the bio. Because stimming bio does so much damage to my army, and then as soon as I commit to it, they run away, and then I get caught chasing, and they kill all the zealots. You know.
What I see a lot is heavy stalker.
I haven't even been wanting to build zealots against Terran.
Heavy stalker with like a smattering of zealots, like 8 or 9 zealots, 3 to 5 colossi. And then the real contain starts when you get 2 disruptors. You're getting 2 disruptors, and then you go up to 5-6 base, and you either go all in on RoboBay.
I have a hard time getting to disruptors because as soon as I get to that like 3 or 4 Colossus number, they have the Vikings to match them, and then I feel like I'm running away from the Terran army. You know.
Yeah, it's the blink stalkers are the key players there in my opinion.
Yeah, and then I hit this weird point where like I can't move forward with the blink stalkers to kill the Vikings because the bio is too dangerous. But I can't have the Colossi near enough to support the stalkers against the bio.
Okay.
Because the Vikings are so powerful. Do you know what I mean?
maybe try thinking of it a little bit differently.
So, or
In
like
that-
if they're gonna commit to building Vikings so early, should I just skip Colossi and go Disruptor? Like,
I would. Well, you should be defending at all times. You should never be like attacking them.
well, I guess I'm talking about that phase where like they've got 3 bases and I'm like on my 4th, and I feel good, and then like I go over to the other side of the map and they're like 8 Vikings. Fuck. So yeah, maybe I need like primarily Blinkstalker, and then like just keep the like try to bait the Vikings with my Colossi. But if that's the thing, if they don't move the Vikings out, I feel like I can never, like I have to just sit there with the Colossi until Disruptors come, right?
Yeah, you just like. So they're gonna have like 2 tanks. So like think like when the Terran expands to the left to take a 3rd.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like 2 to 3 tanks sitting there. You just harass them with the Disruptors and the Blinkstalkers and force them to come out into you. You know, like try to stem around with a bio, and you just have your Colossi way back. And they have to send their Vikings over your Blinkstalkers, not the other way around. If they're that heavily invested in the Vikings that you like can't kill them all with your Blinkstalkers, you just
That's
They-
just like a
they don't have
liability
bio,
to even
they don't
have
have
my
tanks.
Colossi on the other side of the map, right?
well, you just keep backing them up while you dumpster the bio and the tanks, because like let's say they have a dozen Vikings, that cuts into the bio numbers. That cuts into the tank numbers. They still have to have tanks like elsewhere to defend against your like Strike Force army, and you can collapse your Strike Force army in while they're pushing out and trying to attack you a lot of the time. But like
Yeah,
if they have a dozen Vikings, like just dumpster their ground army, walk your Colossi all the way back home. It's not that far. Like the shield batteries at your 3rd or 4th are not that far to run away to. And you should still have like several Disruptors to zone the bio and be chipping away at them with your Blinkstalkers and whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'm just not at that skill level right now, or it just doesn't come together for me like that because it doesn't. Maybe I'm like missing a timing with the Colossi where they're, because what happens is sometimes like I'll get across to the Terrans like side of the map, and then they'll kind of just turtle till they have this massive bio ball that kind of overruns.
Sure.
And it's like I didn't know that I needed to be like, it feels like I either need to be teching up while they're doing that, but then I get caught teching, you know.
Yeah.
So then I end up like building like even more gateway units because I'm like, oh no, he's gonna like explode out of his base with 127 supply of bio like pretty soon. Like I need to have more than just 80 army supply to contain, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to take my like 4th and 5th sooner to support that army, or like, yeah, I guess I'm not sure about like my actual composition versus it. Because it's like by the time I get that 2nd Colossi up and move across the map, the Terran like has all the tools that he wants to deal with. Fuck, I missed a time. Sure, where it was. And also, like, Terran aggression is weird. Like, sometimes they'll do a Widowmine drop play, but then not do the Widowmine drop for, like, until, like, 5:30. So, like, I will, like, waste time waiting for it, and then it's like they just wait till an awkward time to, like, hit with the Widowmines, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know how to deal with that. Weird. Because it feels like I need to keep a large amount of my stalkers back to prevent it from happening. But if I do that, then I can't really use them to attack the Terran.
hope it bigger than Gorage.
So maybe I just need like blink stalkers and stuff.
If not work,
And worry about like charge in the later game, but not really get it like for a while, you know?
Yeah.
Seems like charge is really like
surprise, surprise.
What?
Petite Drogo just lost 2 oracles to a single corrosive bile.
Nice.
And that makes Cham win the game.
Hunger, endless hunger. I am Throt, the unclean. Feed me.
Sorry that turn took a bit. I had to build some things in the lab. I had to modify my rat ogres.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so get this. I don't have to buy units ever, pretty much. I passively gain growth juice, and it creates these clutches of units, like a booster pack, like a trading card game booster pack, with like 1 guaranteed unit. So like my next one will have guaranteed wolf rats, right? And I can let it sit there and fester, in which case I'll get better and better units from the pack. Or I can just like...
My game crash.
Oh, fuck.
Looked over the...
Elusive moss wine. Yeah, but that's not what the Christian church teaches. I was pretty indoctrinated as a kid. It's in the eyes of the church. Also, it should have been Beastmen. You are correct. My opinion. Are you playing as the wood person? Is Talson the tree dude?
No, that's Orient. It's like
Don't they have like a tree fascist with the DLC though?
no, that's the person who starts like next to you.
Okay.
Figured I'd make this pain a little bit.
So who are you? What do you do? What's...
Orion's like the dude released. He's like the OG Wood Elf.
No. I mean
He
like
says bonus to.
like you're a person that you are. Or are you Orion? Is that what you're...
I am.
Okay.
I must eat feed.
Okay, we can finally see it. You got shit.
Hunger. Endless hunger. I cannot eat trees.
There's a new pirate game that looks exactly like Sea of Thieves, but it's not Sea of
Not Skull and Bones?
called Blazing Sail.
That sounds terrible. It sounds like an awful game.
I'm a rune lord, not
It,
some
like it's so much. I thought it was just. I thought it was an expansion on. Everything about this looks exactly like. Looks like these people copied Sea of Thieves pound per pound and then probably like added like a few things.
It's a battle royale.
Sink every other ship to win. Right. Okay. So it's a battle royale Sea of Thieves. So they took Sea of Thieves and made a battle royale. Right. Can't wait till fucking bots break their way into this one.
Are there bots in Sea of Thieves?
Well, it's a battle royale, right? Battle royale,
Oh, I see what you're saying,
the
yeah.
number one,
Master Lord of
like,
Hellpit.
at least as of recent battle royales have been a hugely lucrative business
The unclean.
for cheat code for hackers. People
Yeah.
selling bots.
Imagine spending money to cheat at a battle royale.
I must
I mean, Bluehole made a living off.
Bluehole is PUBG?
Yeah.
Talk about a dead game.
I know, people.
Well, that's not true. I guess it's really popular in like India. I think.
And China, yeah. It's never gonna die, but it's definitely lost its America.
Well, it went to mobile, right? Like mobile's the PUBG thing.
Right.
Every time I see a PUBG tournament, it's the mobile people chilling out.
Which I do think pretty.
What a meme. I could not be like how do you people who play like mobile game esports, like PUBG or Clash of Clans, they've gotta either be like blue stacking it on the PC or like hooking an HDMI cord up to their phone. Because I cannot imagine playing 6 hours a day of PUBG Mobile with like my neck craned over my phone, or like even just holding your phone for that long.
Yeah.
Has got to be just a painful experience. Like,
But I think
there's
that's
no
like what
healthy
they
way to
do
do it.
anyway. You know what I mean? Like that's how you turn into a mobile gamer. Is like it's kind of like us on our PCs. It's like even if we're not gaming, we're like at the PC. So that's like their default. Like, and yeah, I agree. It's probably way more uncomfortable.
You right, but like, I can stretch my hands and like make sure it's good to go. I mean, that doesn't mean I always do it because I fucking suck. But like, I can have good health around my mouse and my keyboard and like the positioning of my monitor and my chair and
Wait,
shit.
you don't have to like hold your mouse the entire like in your hand.
I'm
the whole
not
time.
physically.
Right,
Yeah. Like the
Right.
the worst part of your body for you to stress out is like your wrist. Like you don't want to, but you hold a phone. That's exactly where all that stress is going. Like that's where it is, and there's no like
Right.
good way to deal with that. So how do they? They
Right, and it's
gotta.
like, and when your hands move, the screen that you're looking at moves, so you like keep your hands super still, right?
Right.
Or at least if you're holding a controller, you know, you can like take one hand off of it.
Well, I can
the
put it in my
screen you're
lap.
looking at it.
I don't have to hold it. I can just
right,
physically rest it. But if you do that with a phone, you need to be looking at it too. So
pretty awful.
but like if they hook it up to a monitor, that wouldn't be the real experience though, because like if you're gaming on a phone, part of the experience would be your thumbs covering up like a third of the screen. So I don't know. I might Google this. This is
Rat beast's heel.
this is an interesting question to me.
Twisted flesh. Throat. Meat eater. Stock scuttle. Kill, eat you.
I don't know where these dwarves went, but they abandoned their territory, so I'm taking it.
Fuck 'em. Oh wait, are your wolf rats, are they unstable? Is that their...
Yes, they are here. Once it loads in, I'll.
They have casualty. There's a 50% chance to gain more instabilities with every applied up.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh man, so you have a...
Thing now.
You have a bunch of solid
Yeah.
rat ogres.
So like I have 4 augments on like my most buff rat ogres, and they're at 50%. So the next upgrade, there's a 50% chance of adding an instability, which would be, you know, minus 10% casualty rate to start off with. But if I get a bad roll, I can just recycle them. I can throw them into the growth vat.
Yeah, you just put the flesh back in there.
Yes, actually. Yes, that's exactly what happens. Correct. Hell yeah, I'll take a slave wharf.
Master Mutator.
Minus 30 for conquest? They really fucking hate me. Jesus Christ. I am terrified about the Chaos Invasion. I'm right here. I'm right there. There's like one tribe of Norska between me and the Chaos Invasion when it happens.
Usually, I'm not sure how much they tweaked the base Chaos Invasion. Just that you can tweak it yourself, but since we haven't really
Stop that.
been able to dealt multiplayer.
We have strong Packard.
I have no time for this. I am a rune lord, not some.
He's got nothing. He's like 0 things.
Crossbreed of creatures.
I wonder what he'll do. He could take Frozen Landing. It's probably his best choice. He can't attack me here, but I can't go back and take this either. As much as I may. Well, I could. Then he's gonna take this back. I'll have to run back. I don't know.
Beast trained good well.
I could kill all these nerds. I could do it. Just got like 2 to the right. But then I have to deal with the Chaos Invasion.
Yeah, so I just used the deep roots, and now there's a global cooldown, so I can't do it for another 5.
Were you only able to use it on one army or multiple
Right,
stacks? Okay.
It was
Okay.
on 1 arm.
I wonder if our 2 factions start closer in the Vortex campaign. Usually they do something to tie the 2 together.
Oh well, I could have been the faction that went with yours, but we would have started right next to each other, like I said.
Oh, that's right, that's right. The other guy.
I could have been the what's her name? The angry tree lady. But there would have been 1 province separating. I'm guessing they're kind of destined to fight early, you know?
What experiment? I am Throt, the unclean. Purest warpstone. Not likely. Feed Throt.
I'm so tempted to do things. I know the correct answer is to not do things. You just gotta not... Just gotta sit there. Won't do anything. Won't fucking move. I'll be fine. I always have this thing in everything where I'm far more naturally afraid of missed opportunity than I am the actual consequences of taking an action. Like, it just seems more appealing to take the risk than wondering what could have been, if that makes sense.
Slaughter the sheep.
Okay, so he got fucked. Absolutely dumpstered.
Strongest pet beasts.
I'm going north. Take crack a drac.
Me have strong pack herd.
Oh, holy blast!
Brain blast! What's going on?
Trained good well.
Did you discover a mechanic?
Yeah, I'm learning that available kindreds. Instead of growth allowing me to build greater province capitals, my growth is used in building up. So it's kind of got like a horde faction system with that for my trees.
I thought Amber was your upgrades.
Right? They got rid of Amber.
There's no Amber at all?
Amber is earned each time a ritual rebirth is completed. It can then be gifted to the ancients via technology power. So it's only used for technology.
Okay.
So it's a very, very limited resource in its use. Like, I don't even, the Oak of Ages doesn't even take Amber to upgrade. The Oak of Ages upgrade ability is based on the trees that you own around the world. So I do still have to obey that if I want to upgrade my, but that's not what the campaign win. The campaign win conditions are the same for every multiplayer campaign. You know, it's just like capture 100 territories.
Kill body. Keep brain.
You'll probably get a bonus if you.
And that makes no sense because some some factions like the Wood Elves don't thrive on having a ton of shit, you know? Like, you don't even want
Yeah.
you want like as little as possible because you don't want to spread yourself that thin. Your economy isn't based on rapid expansion.
So there's this Norskin nerd out here, Sven Darkmane. Terrified he's just gonna come in and take Crack-a-Drac. Cuck me out of my conquest. Oh, he did it. He did exactly that. That's exactly what he did. Fuck.
Thing will help with experiment. Clan big strong. Enemy things die. Twist, bend, mangle, experiment.
Tribesmen, gather!
You what? I have no time for this. Experiment will succeed. No question.
Yes.
Full belly, strong tough.
I guess it's good.
We can feed God on anything, yes.
I think I do want to gear. I want growth really bad, but I think I can. I think I need garrison. I think that's a requirement.
You do it, leaders!
Clan big strong. Enemy things die.
And then I'll make this tier 3 before I make this tier 3.
Dance with wall. Kill him.
Do you know that you can abandon settlements now?
Yes. Yes. Which is like fantastic as far as when I want to take over Marienburg, but only Marienburg, like kill Marienburg and then abandon all their settlements north of.
Well, there's that, and then you can also, like, that's very good for creep spreading factions, right? Like Chaos, Skaven, etc. Because you can. Well, okay, Skaven, no, but like Vampire counts and Chaos, because you can wait. You can just take one settlement and then corrupt the whole thing, and you don't have to take the penalties for not having it corrupted.
Right.
You can build a corruption. could do this. I could do the growth. Be here in 1 turn. I'm gonna do that.
Despoiled, ravaged. I will hear you. Let's find somewhere quiet.
Full belly, make me strong tough. Seasick, devour!
So good. Didn't I just put him into raiding stance? Yeah. Oh, they can they move and raid? Yes. It's fine.
Think best better than me.
Ready, ready? Beasts go now! Biggest, strongest pet beasts!
That's good.
Experiment will succeed, no question.
Northmen come!
Full belly, make me strong tough.
Northmen come!
Trying to decide if I want to fight Norska or Kislev. I think Norska is like the better strategic decision because they're splintered. They're all fighting each other.
Yeah, until they're all confederated. They're confederation. a snack while you're.
Alright.
Experiment will succeed. No question.
You think you're gonna do a battles?
Actually, the turn's already over, basically. That's all I got in me.
I'll still be ready.
Master Lord, I can't help it. Full belly, make me
I don't know if this army beats that army.
I am Throt, the unclean.
Just gonna stay here for now.
Yes. Eat.
Pack hungry, so pack deadly. Watch your back, Tile. Begone.
I think the dwarves win this fight. I really do.
My ancestors.
Marauders all. Slaughter the sheep.
Oh, they're moving another army south. Yeah, that's Throg himself. I don't think they'll attack till Throg gets there. If I'm gonna strike, I should do it right after they fight the dwarves, so they're all battered and bloody. I don't know.
Command, pack. Marauders all.
I'm gonna let this sit for a while. We're gonna go like tier 3 or 4 before I cash it out.
Goodwill.
Welcome back.
Despoil and ravage.
Ah, feed me!
One more turn. We'll have population surplus. Interesting things can happen.
Trained goodwill. Master of beasts. War beasts crush smash anything.
There's no way I'm going to build a warlock engineer anytime soon.
The biggest, strongest pet beasts.
Feels really good.
I got my coffee. Oh,
You still using the pour over method?
yeah. Always and
I I'm reading this comic. I wanna know the lore. But it was only ever released in French, so I'm reading like a fan translation into English by someone who's a native Spanish speaker. It's an interesting experience.
So he's trilingual.
I think he's trying to be lingual. I think.
Still,
yeah,
it's impressive. No
yeah. He's doing his best.
Wait.
Have you ever played like a big open world game?
Yeah.
What have you played? What's been your experience? Well, I guess World of Warcraft, but like I mean more like a single player type experience.
I've started like 20 Skyrim games, and I get like to around the same point in each of them.
Okay.
I love starting games. I don't like continuing them through any sort of.
I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and
Yes, you did.
it's one of so if I play for one more hour, it'll pass up like my time with Skyrim. Like I put 110 hours into Skyrim till I accidentally deleted my save file and never picked it up again ever. But like, man,
You went hard on it for a little while.
well, I mean, I played, that was like over the course of a year when I was in high school. It, I don't actually, until recently, I didn't actually play that many video games relative to other people, I guess. Other than StarCraft. But like, man, I think some games don't deserve to be big. You know what I mean? I think some games don't earn it.
Like they sacrificed quality for.
And I've never said that before. I've never ever approached an open world game before and been like, this is too big. But I had that experience with Assassin's Creed.
Really? The most recent one, Valhalla?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that it was like unnecessarily grindy. Like they just put they put mechanics in sort of to just make it last longer for the sake of making it last longer. Sort of.
It's less grindy than the last one.
Okay.
But imagine a game where there's 40 hours of excellent voice acting, incredible writing, payoffs for a series that you followed for 12 years, references and like cool things and fan service, but also there's 70 hours of slush. It's not grind necessarily, but it's slush. This is less grindy than the last one, which is why I finished it, but
That's crazy.
I don't know. I've been thinking about actually like writing like an actual review of this game because it's left me so conflicted. But it's like obviously it's an open world game, so there's copy pasted bullshit everywhere. You know, there's activities and then they're slightly varied in Control C, Control V. But it's like, had they made 2 to 3 more different types of activities, this would be a 9 out of 10 game. It's like almost there. There's almost enough stuff to do. But they didn't. It, like if they had taken like, let's say each activity is repeated 25 times, and they had reduced that number to 20, it's perfect. But my question is, why did they do that extra like 15%. That 15% too much on everything.
Yeah.
Why is everything just like 15% too long to the point of being aggravating? And it has to be scared because I'm like, you know they're gonna make the next one bigger, and I don't want it to be. It needs to be dialed back. There needs to be less.
That much more void of meaningful play.
Technically there's more content, but it's like it's barely content.
Super flavorless.
Yeah, that's a great word. That's a wonderful word. It's flavorless. It's like it's just bland nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I guess I believe that like if you have a game, all the systems should feed back into one another, or at least 80% of them. Like the story should have something to do with the gameplay, should have something to do with the activities you're doing in the exploration you're doing out in the world.
Yeah.
And this is just flavorless. Like, and it's something that's been creeping up for a while. I'm talking about Assassin's Creed right now, but like other games too have been getting more and more flavorless, I guess. Where they're getting technically bigger. Technically there's more things, but none of it means anything. None of it has any value.
Yeah. Good.
Tier 3 that, definitely. What are ingenious plans? So you were able to teleport to this tree even though you didn't have vision over it? Is that correct?
Yeah. I was
Like,
basically able to YOLO over to it.
okay.
Like blindly. Super blind, just able to YOLO over to it. And now, after a few turns, decided to attack.
Orion's face is so sculpted.
Yeah. It's like
It's very unique.
it's like someone sculpted like 3 faces into one.
He looks like a figure. He looks like a game figure, like you'd see from Games Workshop. Like someone hand painted him.
Yeah.
It's just right in that uncanny valley.
He looks like he's made of clay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sculpted.
Is he a beast man? Because he's got the hoof thing going on.
Right? There's definitely some striking similarities between Wood Elf.
I guess he would be a beast elf.
Maybe. Holy.
Oh my god. What a spell. I like the colors on the Avalorn units. Those are cool. Very flashy.
I don't like it. It's like pea green. I don't like that shade of green. And I don't think green and red go together well.
Aw, you must hate Christmas then.
Well, I don't think it's a very fashionable.
Santa's putting you on his naughty list right now. Fucking
Santa wears red and white. All right. Even
with
if he wouldn't
green.
be caught dead in.
There's green. He has like mistletoe on his, like, as a label.
That's highly subjective. If he has mistletoe on his body. Highly suggestive. Sorry, not subjective. The Annie, what's the trying to say there?
Kugel's ideal woman right here.
first off, I wouldn't mind. I mean, I want her to take that off immediately. Obviously. I guess it worked. Shit, you're wearing. Shit. Is you?
Master Lord of Hellpit! No, need my warp token stash. Despoil and ravage. Clan needs new, better rulers. Thou pets serve me.
I miss the Warhammer where we could like actually engage in like melee combat and all these like saints on every unit just like did the fight 10 seconds.
Was there ever a time that I guess Warhammer 1, right?
No, like the first half of Warhammer 2, like when lizard men were actually scary because of how much health they had, and like I don't know. I feel like there's been such a tremendous power creep with these ridiculous elf factions that the factions that don't have their strength allocated into missile units are completely irrelevant in that way.
Now there's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
What?
Lizardmen haven't gotten a DLC in a while.
They have not. That's because they got a lot of love for a while. It was like
They did.
It was
that's
like
true.
everything was either a lizard man in Skaven or high elf in Skaven, right?
Yeah.
That's
I
like
guess where do
what
you
I-
take the Lizardmen? You know, they got like the Shredder of Lustria.
Right.
Where do you go from there? There aren't bigger dinosaurs.
No, and they added a lot of stuff. They are really strong. It's just that their counter is what every elf faction has plenty of, which is just mobile, long range, high accuracy, insane damage.
Well, they're hard countered by Skaven too, I would argue. Like Gisele's just
with all of
fucking...
Skaven's armor piercing shenanigans.
Not just that, like Skaven has equally good monstrous units at this point, you know.
Right. Yeah. With like Hell Pit Abominations are fantastic here. Yeah. And not just that, but every army is like more mobile than a lizard man.
Yeah. Well, unless it's a heavy skink composition, but like who's gonna go heavy skink?
Right, skinks are just like less good versions of like things that the rats excel at, right?
Yeah. They're Skaven slaves at 10 times the cost, sometimes with poison damage.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, I'm sitting back waiting to attack Krakajarak here. I deserve it at this point. But the Norskins are cut in half because the territory is rebelling because I raided it. So there's a Skaven rebellion there, and it's just getting uber powerful. Like it's getting buffed. Skaven slaves are turning into clan rats and shit. It's so good. Sitting back and watching. I'm so tempted to just fuck up the Norska right now. It's such a bad decision. I'm itching. My finger's on the trigger. I need to not do this. I don't think they're starving. They're normal food levels. Shut the fuck up. I think we do gotta fight Kislev here soon. Yeah, we're not gonna fight the Norska. Gonna go Dick Kislev. Lose some income, but I need to check my own power rating. Need to just sit here and sack Sword territory for food. Nice. Ooh. That's good.
I am Throt, the unclean. I must eat feed.
Rattling gunners in 4 turns. Then I fuck up Kislev.
Master Lord of Hellpit.
Northmen come.
No, I will not shame my clan.
He's not besieging it.
Endless hunger. Make big hole, yes?
Oh, he is besieging it. Right? No. No, he is. Ling Siege turns porcelain. Okay.
Stock scuttle.
I'll stay here and bide my time.
Bend, mangle, experiment.
Pack ready. War beasts to their place. Scurry's camper.
Do not expect a warm welcome to Fortress.
So the plan is build this up, get some rattling gunners, and go. Go. I want 2 more tiers. So I want this brood horror cluster, and then whatever's beyond that. So there's finally like a big push set up to legalize marijuana next year in PA. Well, like, okay, so medical is legal right now, but it's mega expensive. If you can get a card. But I'm kind of excited. Not only that, like they want you to be able to grow your own plant. So like you can have 1 or 2 plants as an individual. Which I might try to do. I might try to do that if it's legalized.
Yeah. It's good for especially for someone who you like edibles, right?
Yeah. I prefer it over smoking at least.
Because yeah, then you don't even have to worry that much about the you're not trying to grow jarable nut. You're just growing for THC. Like, even if your bud doesn't come out great, it doesn't matter as long as... Because you're just going to turn it into... into edibles anyway. Which is, like, a really good idea for your first few times growing, anyways.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you have nothing to lose pretty much.
Plan scheme is discordant. No need my warp token stash.
Begone.
Tribesmen, gather!
Don't think so.
Poor guys.
I think I gotta call it, Run.
Gotta call it? Okay. GG. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it's pretty chill.
No, you failed.
Pretty chill. Oh, part of me wants to play some Star